Okay, the last concept we need to learn is about the listener. Yeah, so Android applications are event-driven, yeah, like in C# or Java. If you click a button, then the button responds. Yeah, so event-driven application starts and then wait for an event, such as user pressing or clicking a button. When our application is waiting for a specific event, it is said that the application listening for that particular event. The object that we create to respond to an event is called a listener. Yeah, so a listener is an object that implements a listener interface to that particular event. For example, like on click. Okay, let's say that we want to set the listener for our warrior button. Yeah, first we have to set a unique ID for this button. Go back to your activity main layout. Select your warrior button. Then at the attributes panel, search for the ID attribute and change it to button warrior. Yeah, if you are asked to rename, just click refactor. Yeah, until our ID for this warrior button is now called button warrior. Okay, the naming is very strict. Yeah, space and special characters are prohibited. Now, to actually add a listener for our button, we must have the reference to the warrior button. There are actually many ways to get the reference for any view in our layout. Yeah, the oldest one, which people still use it today, especially for Java developers, is using a function called findViewById. The latest one available is called a view binding. Yeah, at least for view-based UI, Jetpack Compose uses a very different approach that we will not talk for today. Yeah, and actually for the rest of the NMP course. Yeah, and for this course, we will only explain or we will only learn two ways to get the reference to any view. Yeah, and we won't use view binding. The oldest way, the old school way is by using findViewById function. Yeah, as I said, this is still used by Java developers until now. Yeah, the findViewById function actually finds a view. Yeah, as its name suggests, yeah, it will find a view by a specified ID. Yeah, remember our button has ID here, yeah, button warrior. We can reference it later. We can refer to it later. And this function returns the correct type T, yeah, which is held by here, this larger and greater than brackets, yeah, which can be stored later in a variable. T here may be text view, button, edit text, and so on. Yeah, types of view will be explained later at week 5. Only then we can add a listener to that variable. Let's do this. Yeah. On your main activity, .kt, yeah, the Kotlin one, let's get the reference to button warrior. Usually we will store it in a variable. File or file doesn't really matter. Yeah, I will use var button warrior equals to find view by ID. Yeah, and for the type, give button. And then for the ID, yeah, we can refer to the button's ID by using R, stands for resources, then followed by dot ID dot button warrior. Yeah, so any view that we have in our layouts, yeah, either in the main activity or later in the activity login layout, yeah, basically on every layout we have, we can refer it by using r.id. then followed by the view ID. Then we can set the listener for this button. Set the listener to button warrior by referring to the button warrior itself, the file or var we have created before. Then use the set on click listener function. Yeah, there are two types suggested by Android Studio here, but we will use the set on click listener one with the curly braces. Yeah, this one uses a lambda expression. Yeah, so select the set on click listener with the curly braces, and then let's assume that when the user click the button warrior, it will show some text. Yeah. To display some text, we can use what we call toast. Yeah, toast auto-completed first. Yeah, if you type toast in its entirety, yeah, in some Android Studio versions, you will get some errors. Yeah, but thankfully here it still recognizes the toast. Yeah, because toast is not in the default package, we must import it first. Yeah, that's why usually I use the autocomplete, yeah, for Android Studio to be able to import the correct package. Okay, toast followed by make text. We have three parameters here, or three arguments. The first one just pass this. Yeah. The second one is the text you want to display to the user. I'm a warrior, for example, yeah. And then the third one is the duration of the toast. Yeah, the pop-up message that will be shown at the bottom screen. Provide toast dot length either short or long. Yeah, for now I will use short. Then immediately chain this method or this function by dot show. Okay, so this is how you display toast. Toast dot make text. The context is this. The text is some string, and the duration is either toast dot length short or length long, and then immediately follow it by dot show. Yeah, if not, your toast will not be displayed. And sometimes when I type this on my Android Studio, you will see context colon or text colon, something like this. Yeah, they are enclosed in their own box. Yeah, please do not type this one. Yeah, context colon and text colon. Yeah, and you will notice the font is different. Yeah, it's sans serif, but my code is in monospace. Yeah, so when you see this, please remember not to type this text. Yeah, don't write context colon this, just write this. Okay, let's try to run our application. Okay, so this is my main activity layout. When I click warrior, you can see that we have a message displayed at the bottom screen. Yeah, this is what we call a toast. Yeah, so congratulations, you have created your first working application. Okay, this is the default way of getting a reference to any view. Yeah, but there is an easier way by using what we call a Kotlin Android Extensions, or KAE for short. Yeah, as Android matures, people find findViewById takes too much code. It takes so many hassle and may create unnecessary bugs. Yeah, if you remember in C#, we can refer to a button immediately by just calling its name, correct? Yeah, so why can't we do the same thing in Kotlin? That's why people developed Kotlin Android Extensions. To install the KAE plugin, it is not installed by default, and actually Android Studio removes it, yeah, but we will use it nevertheless, yeah. We must install it like this. First, expand the Gradle scripts folder. Yeah, it is not actually a folder, but we will just call them folders, yeah. Expand the Gradle scripts, then find the build.gradle, the module one. It is the second file because we have two build.gradles, yeah. Open this one, and then at the plugins section, type ID Kotlin Android Extensions. Now, when you edit any Gradle files, you will get a notification like this. Gradle files have changed since last project sync. A project sync may be necessary for the IDE to work properly. Yeah, just follow the instructions, then click the Sync Now link or Sync Now button. Now, because we are installing a new plugin, we must be connected to the internet. Yeah, so make sure you are connected to the internet right now before clicking Sync Now. Now you can see the progress at the bottom side. Yeah, I have already installed KAE on my other project, so it is completed very quickly. Yeah, but for the first time, you will need to wait until the download is complete. You have done this, Gradle sync, and sometimes you will see this warning. Yeah, especially if you open the build tab, you will get this warning. Yeah, warning, the Kotlin Android Extensions Gradle plugin is deprecated. Please use this migration guide, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, deprecated means that this plugin is no longer supported, no longer developed, and may be removed from future releases. Yeah, but for now, it is still usable, so we will use it anyway. Yeah, the currently recommended way to actually refer to any view is by using view binding. Yeah, but for now, for simplicity's sake, let's just use KAE plugin. However, you must remember to do this for every Android project you will create for the remaining of this course this semester. Yeah, please remember to install KAE first when creating a new project. Yeah, starting from next week, I will assume that you have already installed KAE, so I won't demonstrate how to install KAE again next week. Okay, if you have already installed KAE, then how to refer the button? It's simple. Yeah, just call the name right away, or the ID to be correct. Yeah, if your view ID is button warrior, then I can delete this line. Although now my button warrior is red, yeah, we can correct this by rewriting the button warrior. Yeah, let's retype button warrior because we need the autocomplete. You will get button warrior from activity main XML for activity. Yeah, this one is the Android extensions from the KAE. Please autocomplete this. Yeah, so just press enter here. We can refer to our button warrior immediately without using intermediary variable like we did when using findViewById. Yeah, likewise, for example, if I have button proceed here, let's rename this to button proceed. Again, refactor immediately. Yeah, if you want to refer the button proceed, you can just type its name. Yeah, button proceed. Then you may want to have another listener. Just edit something like this. Yeah, for now I will leave it empty, and then I will run this app and see if my button warrior still displays a toast. Okay, I will click my warrior button, and as you can see below, the toast I'm a warrior is still displayed. Yeah, so this is the easiest way to refer to any view within our application. But you must remember to install KEE first, yeah? The steps are as follows. And you must remember to do this for every project in the NMP course, starting from next week, yeah? Okay, now for your own exercise. 1. Please create a data class hero with the following fields: job in string, name also in string, and gender in string. When the user clicks the proceed button, create a hero object based on the user input. Then please display a toast with the following format. Yeah, if the selected job is a warrior, then a brave gender name hero created, ready to swing his or her sword. Yeah, you must change his or her according to the correct gender. For merchants, the text will display a generous gender name hero created, ready to offer the greatest artifact ever. For teachers, a wise gender name hero created, ready to share his or her wisdom to the world. So, for example, if I select, let's see, the example here is a teacher. So, if I select teacher, then I input Andre as the character name, and it is a male. The toast should display a wise male Andre hero created, ready to share his wisdom to the world. Yeah, but if I select female and the name is like Cassandra, maybe, yeah. So the toast should treat a wise female Cassandra hero created, ready to share her wisdom to the world. Now, I require you to do this exercise on your own, but of course there are some hints. Yeah. The first one is to create a data class. Yeah. How to do so? Just right click on your package name. Yeah. Again, select the empty one. Yeah. The one that has the main activity class or main activity Kotlin file. Yeah. Right click here and then select new. And please select Kotlin class or file. Yeah. Don't select Java class. Java class does not have data class. Yeah. Select Kotlin class or file here. And then you can select data class for its type, and you can name it hero. Then press enter. Yeah, then Android Studio will create the data class for you. Data class hero. Now you must fill in the blanks. Yeah, how to create a data class hero with these following fields. I will not do that for you. Yeah, so I have errors here. Then for the variables, yeah, as long as you declare a variable in the onCreate function, it can still be accessed, yeah, either get or set from any listeners. Yeah, let's try this. But obviously, I must delete my hero first. Yeah, my hero data class because I have an error over here. Let's see. Can I comment this? Yeah, let's try this hint. I have a variable here at the onCreate var hero class, and I initialize it to an empty string. Yeah, in the button warrior, when it is clicked, I set the hero class to be warrior. Yeah, and then at the proceed button, I will toast it. Toast dot make text this, and I will display the class here. I'm a dollar hero class. Remember the string template, yeah. and then the duration is short, and don't forget show. Yeah, so even when the hero class is created on the onCreate function, you can still access it in the setOnClick listener. Yeah, the hero class can still be written or given a value here on the onClick listener of the button warrior, and you can read its value on the onClick listener of the button proceed, even though the initialization is over here, yeah, on the onCreate function. Yeah, let's see. If I click warrior, it does nothing for now. But if I click proceed, then the toast displays I'm a warrior. Yeah, so the hero class variable is red over here. That's why the toast is I'm a warrior. Now with those scenes, please do this exercise on your own. Yeah. And for UBAYA students, this is the CE for the week 2. Yeah. The class engagement. Please finish this exercise. Then make some screenshots, the data input example. So you must screenshot something like this, Andre, and then select the mail. And also the result when clicking the proceed button, the toast must be clearly visible. Yeah. So after you click proceed, please take a screenshot of your device or emulator. Something like this. Yeah. Screenshot this. You can use this button. Yeah. Take screenshot, Control S. By default, it will be saved on, let's see, it will be saved on your desktop. Yeah, so for example, if I click proceed and I press Control S, I will get the screenshot over here. Yeah, and this is the screenshot of my emulator. Yeah, this is what you will need to submit for the first bullet. And then for the second bullet, please screenshot your main activity.kt, your Kotlin file for the main activity, yeah. And remember, the package name must be visible, yeah, like this. Okay, if you have set your project panel like this, then you may screenshot it for the second bullet point. Okay, so that's the CE for the week 2, yeah, for you UBAYA students. Okay, I think that's all for today. Yeah, we have learned quite a lot for today. Yeah, and it took a long time to actually grasp the basic concepts of creating Android applications in Android Studio. Yeah, but don't worry, you will get used to it later as we create more applications. Yeah, so we have created a new application, a new Android project, yeah, by also creating an emulator, yeah, and testing it in our emulator, or maybe some of you tested it in your own Android device. Yeah, we have learned about the concept of layouts, yeah, creating the user interface for our activity, and then we learned the concept of activity itself, and lastly, we have learned about the concept of listener because Android applications are event driven. Yeah, that's all for today. If you have any questions for UBAYA students, you can ask on the Hangouts group chat. Yeah, for everyone else, you can ask on the comment section below. Yeah, thank you for joining with me today until the very end. I will see you again on next week with the next topic. See you.